me start, probably get tired of this, but I mean it, giving credit to Mercer. I have a great deal of respect for their coach and their program. He's done a remarkable job there. I think he's been there 6 years. They've maybe beat 8 high major schools, including obviously beating Duke last year. So his teams are always disciplined and tough and play the right way. We knew it'd be a battle. You know, the biggest thing I think when you look at the stat line is we turned them over 15 times. We were able to get out and play in the open floor a little bit. And other than the last 2 minutes of the game, we defended at a pretty good rate and held them to a low percentage. You know, the one kid, he got off and had 30, but the rest of those guys, we did a pretty good job on and contained them. And I thought 2 different segments of the game. The last 4 minutes of the first half, we spurted a little bit and separated it, and they cut it to 4 or 5 late in the game, and we changed our press up a little bit and converted off 2 straight steals or forced 2 turnovers that we got layups on. So those were key parts of the game.
It's just Devin, I think, had a 7-0 stretch himself there around 1 Mercer free throw, and so that came off of defense. But how pivotal was he for giving you some breathing room there?
Well, he was fantastic. You know, but the one thing I always say, Ben, is it's not about shots made and shots attempted. If you see a couple of things he did, he had 6 rebounds, 2 offensive, which were huge. He had 2 steals in 21 minutes, and he got to the foul line 4 times. So he did other things, and I always try to tell these young guys, if you get your hands on balls in different ways, whether it's deflections or steals or rebounds, it's amazing how your offense will start clicking, and I think that was the case for him tonight.
He said after that last game that he was a little nervous when he first got here, just in terms of playing in front of these crowds. But, I mean, 10 points the last 2 games in a night like tonight where he's not just scoring. Have you kind of seen him become more and more confident?
Well, you know, he was a scorer in junior college. That's what he did. He had a lot of big games in a really good junior college league. And, you know, I read his quote a couple of days ago that he'd been praying. I told him I've been praying for him, too. So looks like the prayers were answered tonight. But he's a guy that can score the ball. What I was pleased with, though, is the 2 steals. You know, he was active defensively, 6 rebounds. He did a lot of other things to help us in other ways, too.
Donnie, is this, I know he kind of had a shoulder deal that kind of, I guess, slowed him down a little bit, you know, at the start of the season. Is this kind of what you envisioned, the impact that he could make as a shooter and in other areas as well?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't expect him to get 22 every night, but I thought he'd be a guy that could average 8, 9, 10 a game for us, and he certainly is a guy that's capable of making threes. Our team hasn't shot the ball collectively great from behind the line, and he's a guy that I thought once he got his rhythm and got himself in game shape, because we missed about a week and a half practice in November, that he could do that. And I always say with junior college guys, it takes about a semester. Usually these guys start turning the corner about January, and Kevin Punter's probably an exception because he's such a professional in everything he does, but DB's turning the corner, and that's obviously going to help our team.
Donnie, what did you see